Hi, I'm Emma Lou, and welcome to Embrace Your Inner Wellness. I am a well-being coach for different types of coaching, from crystals to your spiritual beginning journey, and for those people that are unwell and just want to be put in the right direction with their health and the true right direction with their health as well. I do 8-week programs to 5-week programs, all different price range, and it is an amazing energy exchange that it is that you get from me, and a lot of knowledge as well. I just been doing a session today with one of my clients, and I just thought I'd post about it because it's an amazing journey and everybody's journey is different. So at the moment, I'm doing a 5-week journey with someone for their beginners well-being course, and basically they've just come on this path. They're a little bit lost, don't know what to do first, don't know what to do about healing some trauma. They was in a car crash, it almost killed them, and it's made them relook at their life in a new way and to be put onto a spiritual path. But they've already been down the route but don't know how to get back on it, and they've not been doing anything of their emotional or mentality work for themselves to help aid their trauma, to help heal it for them. And so basically they got introduced by me through a conference, Derbyshire Conference Centre, where I did a wellbeing show, and they was just put on the path to meet me, and that's their journey. And so we're on week 3, and week 3 is all about the belief system and coping mechanisms and what is within their belief system and why has it become a root cause for them with their mental health and emotional well-being and their self-worth. So we got on the lines a little bit, and this person has always struggled with reading and writing and got diagnosed with dyslexia. Unfortunately, we're not sure if it's actually a medical reason why this person can't read or write, because they actually had a fall when they was 4 years old, and for some reason couldn't comprehend letters or writing and that kind of programming after of learning to read. And then obviously, instead of their parents being supportive, their parents decided to go the opposite way, call them, name them, put them down with their self-worth. That's not good parenting, is it? Let's just say a lot of parents do this, and have done this for so many years with their children. And it's not okay, because now this person is in their late 40s and it has put them in a shell where they have been working 12 hours a week just in one job, and now they are physically, emotionally and mentally drained because they've been living a life within their trauma, or because of something happened to them at 4 and it's not their fault. So, and their schooling didn't help them either. So basically, you aren't really in touch with your inner self and your inner body and going on the lines of what do you do next in life. Well, I've got to learn this for myself, what you would do next. So by working with me, I get to teach you, coach you, guide you, use my intuition and my psychic ability that I have as a healer to aid you in a way where you can find the guidance of your trauma. Where did it all come from? That person today learned that their belief system started at that age of not being able to read. So now they've got to re-psychology themselves into, actually, I'm not dumb. I can read, and relearn and reprogram themselves into self-value and self-worth, into a better, higher self-worth than what they are now, because it is stopping their life. And if you lot don't know this, then it is really hard when you learn all this stuff about body and embodiment. You come off the spiritual path, basically, of what everybody else has learned. And it's really hard to digest with what it is that I know. And that's why people find it very hard hanging around with me, being with me. And it's very hard trying to find someone to be in a relationship with. I'm not going to lie, there's no two halves to your body. You're one whole light, and that light is pure and light, and you was actually born that way. There is no darkness. There's just you, your own light, and just trauma. And it's quite hard to realize what path I've been doing. When you come and sit in with inside yourself and you stop doing everybody else's work and just do your own. Some things that what I started with from the beginning is what I needed to do with healing with to start my journey. But then going in my mentality now, I've learned some other people's modalities, like the body shaking that isn't really around here, the one that I can do. And it isn't about just standing and shaking. There's other modalities with the shaking body, shaking therapy that I do. And all my modalities, I got to learn that from someone, but then they're just using it with one aspect of mind. I use it with body. So I've twerked it into my own work, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to sit with yourself and just do you, and don't really look. Some of the stuff that people are doing out there is actually man-made and isn't true. And that will be hard for a lot of people to understand and realize what they're doing on the journey is wrong, until they actually sit inside themselves and learn their own truth. And when you learn your own truth, that's when you become more authentic. And a lot of people are using the word authenticity wrong. Authenticity means soberism, and not just with alcohol, but with food and living the natural way of living is authenticity and integrity. If you're just boasting about stuff, that's just your own truth from what it is that you've learned, because you've done the inner work and you've sat inside yourself. So yeah. So this is the kind of knowledge that you get with me when you work with me. You're getting a higher level knowledge. You're getting a high level knowledge, the higher self knowledge, basically. And where it is that you can go into in life after. It's how you choose to be, how you want to choose to heal. I'm just a guide, and I am a little bit of the teacher, because I'm giving you knowledge that is hidden around the world and the UK. But it's there because other people have been on this journey too. Other people have been on my journey too, mostly in America and in Mexico. But it is time for stuff like that to come out over here, because we are poor and we don't even understand anything in the UK. The Western culture is very dark, and it isn't that light because someone made a lot of stuff up to keep it dark and to keep it in itself. And when you learn about energy, which is week 2 on both beginners and the 8-week program for the people that are unwell, I teach you about energy, energy exchange, the energy within and outside your body. I'm also talking about this in Do and Lou's Wellbeing Show on the 28th of June. So come along, because you'll get to learn a bit more about your inner wisdom, your inner body, your inner light, and the body in general. Because everybody dismissed it in the spirituality, because they're still needing to work on themselves, and they're still needing to love themselves, and they're still needing to find themselves, and they're still needing to go deep on themselves, which they haven't. They've kind of got their gifts and stopped. But that isn't really a true spiritual way of being, stopping. It's about keep going. It's scary. It can be very scary, but actually, I have found in the last 4 years, and it's going to cry, the last 4 years of doing my spiritual journey, I have got to see more happiness, more compassion, and more light in just letting go. And it didn't actually take long for me to let go either, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever the process needed. And I teach you in a way of how to do that. And it is really nice. And it has been the most amazing experience. And at the moment, I don't know where I am, because things have changed for me again, because I'm coming into a bigger shift. And it's making me go back into physical this time, not just energetic. Because I've been doing energetic stuff since all over to 2025, and then 2026 has kind of changed for me, because I've had to look into other things that can influence your energetic body, not your spirituality, your energetic self. There's a lot of stuff that manipulates us through energy, all sorts of stuff which I can't talk about online, and because other people don't like me in this industry, I know they'll be trying to play shit on it. So unfortunately, I'd love to write a book about everything that I know and share it on YouTube and share it with you, but at the end of the day, my life is precious, and my life is worth a lot more than them. And so I've chose to do it in a way where, if you want to know all this stuff, then work with me. At the minute, it's very cheap what I'm actually giving, very cheap, and it should be. My 8-week program is actually worth £1,100, and I should be charging £800, but I say it to 555 because that is a true energy exchange. But my heart and my soul was like free. So for now, which is going to stay for a year, I have decided the free is going to stay in for a year. I know people want to do the 8-week program and are waiting and saving, and I really appreciate that with them. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. And I am now starting my own fulfillment journey with myself. It's been very hard to deprogram. I'm not going to lie, deprogramming is so hard, but when you do it energetically more than physically, works faster. Only takes a year to actually heal yourself. This is why I've come out with the emotional releasement technique, because for some reason it's been with me the whole time, and I've only just learned about it since July last year, maybe longer than that. I would say 3 years, and I've been doing it on myself, and it's been an amazing process to learn it, to have guidance with it, and to watch how people change from being traumatic to being well with their mental health, because that's what needs to start your body to heal, is to heal your mental health, and then your body can start. You need to get rid of everything that is stressing you, the food that stresses your body, the stress you cause yourself with money, going to work. Ease is the way forward with you to have a better life, and you can guarantee you will change your lifestyle when you do this work. And it is the most amazing thing that I've done, and I'm still changing. I'm still trying to change my lifestyle, because even though I want to come out and bring this, I still need to have a routine for me, because I've learned through doing my, and it's going to upset me again, doing my self-employment work, it's been batshit crazy of me being on my phone. So I've had too much radiation in my body that's made me sick from being on my phone too much. At first it didn't bother me, but as phones are changing and upgrading, now I've got 5G heading into 6G, it's very much, it hurts my arms when I hold my phone. That's not fucking normal. That's not normal at all. And now my body, though, and my intuition is giving me new ideas how I can work on my phone. I've got to go and get a tablet pen and have my phone sat in my holder, so I'm not actually touching it with my hands. That's how far it's getting. But obviously, when you do self-employed work, it's very hard to give yourself that time of having a break from it. You get over burnout. You get burnout a lot more than working for someone. I think you get burnt out in both ways, because we're not really supposed to be working for others and be a slave for the government. We're supposed to just be, educate ourselves, and live like the animals are living on this planet. That's hard to digest. Is we're supposed to just get our food and water, look after ourselves, grow our own farm, be in unity, in peace and harmony with each other. And that's been gone for a very long time. But what your body is teaching you when you are sick is for you to go that way. Your body's teaching you to go back to a past that you won't know, but your body in time, when you release so much trauma, you will start to remember who you are, not and what you come down on earth for, and that this is not a way of living, but your body is telling you, I need this to live on this planet. I need to do this to live on this planet, because this is what we used to do. And because we are so programmed, and I was so programmed, you judge people for doing that, because you've been taught it's not normal to you. Actually, it's the most normalist thing you can live by on this planet. I'm not preaching, I'm just saying do what you want, but if you want to go and live and have a long fulfillment life and be happy here, because you can be happy here, I've proved that. I've gone out my way to be happy, even though I've been stopped loads of times by people in this industry because they don't like me. It's ridiculous. And it's them that stop your journey. Nothing else, no one else. The E's and D's of the show are actually there to aid you and help you through your journey. They're not really bad. Some are, but it's the ones that people create that are bad, not the ones that come down here to help you grow and make you stronger. they actually disappear once you've done that lesson. These other ones, though, don't, until you learn your own magic and you know how to get rid of them, which I have learned. So I'm very well with that. I also have good friends, which I am very grateful and thankful for, to have come on my path in the last few years, because I've needed them. They've been on my healing journey, in which when you take your healing journey, when you've done with me, you'll find somebody else. And I have a long list of very good well-being practitioners, which you might tell yourself you need. So I will be giving you those practitioners that you need after you've worked with me for those 8 or 5 weeks. Some of them don't know, but I have a long list of the ones that I go to for me, the ones that I trust, and I've been to a lot. I've been to a lot of different healers, different people. I've had like a very long journey of over 10 years of doing this, and it's only since last year of being with self, finding myself, that my journey has gone quick like that. And why I kept blooming, and why everyone was like, you're so radiant at the minute. I'm not at the minute because I'm tired, but I am radiant. Everybody is. It's what you tell yourself, how you be and how you live. But it's also your energy and what energy you carry in. It's nothing to do with spirituality anymore. It's your energy frequency on the inside out. That is all I'm going to say to you. So thank you for watching this video and listening. And I'm excited to see my client again, because the next session is all to do with food, nutrition, and the belief system of that everybody has got since the 90s on this planet. Processed junk food. Good luck to you breaking away from that system. It is the most hardest system I have found to break from, even after stopping drinking alcohol. Alcohol was actually a little bit easy for me, but then I learned that eating the processed food is to do with alcoholism as well, because your emotions start with food, doesn't start with alcohol. That's a bit later, or substances, if you're into drugs, that's later, or starts with food. So we'll leave with that. So anyway, take care everyone. Thank you for listening and watching, and I'll get to see you all soon. Bye.